Yo, what's up, pups? How's everybody doing? What is going on? Yeah. What's up, Derek? Rhino Phi, how you doing? I didn't know there was a rhino emoji. Nice. What's up, Rider Way? How are you? What's up, EDC? Great night. Yes, it is. Appreciate it. What's up, Mayar? How you doing? Good to see you, Lunacy Point. What's up, Puffy187? Bang Bang, Frank White. What's up, Love Matters? UFO to go. They're landing. Good to see you too, man. Good to see you. What's up, Trumbo? Expedition, how are you? Paul Shane, Military Police. What is up, man? Same old, man. Getting caught up. It's crazy. Crazy times. What's up, T.S. Pedro? What's up, Josh Grays? Good to see everybody. Yeah. It's a shit show. It is crazy, man. So crazy out there. I want to only give you guys good news, of course, but I'm just going to give it to you as it is, you know? I'm just going to give it to you straight, man. I'm going to give it to you straight. Get this music going here. Find some new tracks. Yo, what's up, Stannis? How are you? Welcome to the show. Have I seen you before? Why does that one say... Oh. Okay. Yeah. Let's get it. So, what I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to cover what's going on, what I see happening globally, and how this ties up to my overall thesis about what's happening. I think cycles are still intact. They're going to play out through all this. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. It's a change. Agenda 2030 is happening. I think people are starting to believe it. Probably a little too late, but hey, better late than never, I guess. So we're going to cover some of that stuff, and I'm going to give you some basic macro stuff. But what I want to do is I want to spend a lot of time in charts tonight. So I'm going to switch over to the members video much sooner than normal tonight, okay? Because I have already see a lot of requests coming into the Telegram. And we just got to get into charts, man. A lot of charts. So we'll do this for a little bit and talk about what's going on. I'll drop a link in the Telegram, and then we'll jump in to the members, which is, if you want to join, just click the join button down below, and then there'll be a video, same video, just popping up right after this one. What's up, Glenn? Thanks, buddy. Yeah, smash the like button, everyone. Retweet, reshare, if you can. I was going through a lot of news. So it took me a second. I didn't want to, but I had to do it. Time to adjust everything. What's going on? What was that? Yeah, the soda stuff was crazy. It was, man. A lot of people watched that. That was interesting. Huge fallout from that. Just a quick update. I think there's already lawsuits going on. Attorneys have sent letters over to Soda, so I don't know what's going on. I know that was going to open up a can of worms. We talked about that. And but hope that people that were called out on that make the best of it. What can you do? You know, try to have fun with it. It's free marketing, really, if you think about it. I've never seen this movie. I don't know. People are asking what this movie is. Owner of modern history. 1 million years BC? Is that what it's from? I don't know. It's an old movie. No, it just randomly popped up, so it's a funny clip. Frank says, soda stuff was in fact not crazy. It's all lies. Okay. Should be stocking up on food. Soda is literal insane person. Well, he's a character, right? And everyone's entitled to their own reality, right? And what makes the internet really interesting is that everyone gets to share that reality that they live in with all of us, right? And you can live in whatever reality you want, right? There's people who live as dogs. There's people change genders and races at whim. But the problem is they have access to all of us now too, so they're sharing their insanity with the rest of us. So, you know, I don't know what is lies and what isn't, but if you're in there, you know, make the best of it. You know, it's like free market. I was actually, you know, I was so disappointed actually in hindsight with all the, talk about that video that I didn't make the cut. You know, I was like, fuck, I'm not in it. That sucks. You know. So you gotta look at the good side, man. Everyone that hey, congratulations if you made the soda video and you're in there. Congratulations, it means you're somebody. It means you're somebody. Okay. I spent the whole morning crying. I'm like, I didn't make the movie, man. I wasn't in it. Then he sued YouTube and obviously lost. What? Who sued YouTube? Bro, he lost his last YouTube channel for saying kill. What? Frank, I can't put that on the screen. I don't even know if it's showing up in the YouTube comments, but is that for real? Did he really say that? Yeah, YouTube deleted it. YouTube's not allowing it. Or I don't know if was that Deerslayer. I don't think so. I don't think Deerslayer's here tonight. Yeah, is that true? You really saw that, Frank White? I know. Yes, real. Oh, wow. Oh, that's pretty heavy. I mean, look, man, once again, he did have a video. Somebody had a video. I didn't save it because I didn't want to get into the whole soda thing tonight. But there was somebody posted an old clip of Soda of him kind of saying some, not cool stuff regarding color and stuff. I don't know. I don't get too involved, but it was weird for sure. And I could see him saying what you wrote after I heard that. Okay, I know you guys can't read what Frank White said. Maybe you guys can talk about it in the Telegram. But, okay, pretty much what Frank White is saying, I'll try to say it. He lost his last YouTube channel is what Frank White is saying because he said to unalive and grape lighter-colored females in a video. And, this is a thing, right? Like, there is a force that has created an incredible amount of division because we are, a melting pot of colors and races and religions in the West, so to speak. And there is a force it's sowed a lot of division, which is easy to do when you have so many belief systems and what have you, right? But because people are not busy building families and doing things that we've always done in the past, they have all this free time now, right, to just wreak havoc, right? The devil will find work for idle hands to do, and that's what we see, right? People have crazy ideas. So, yeah, like I said, everyone's entitled to their own delusions and reality, and people live them. And now that we've got Twitter and YouTube, we're all getting access to everyone else's madness. Just tune it out, really. Yeah, I was kind of joking that I was upset I didn't make one of his videos. But, that's what it is, man. All right. We got, in the robot news.
Okay, Figure Robotics. Pretty cool sorting algorithm. Its job is to turn these packages upside down. And I guess we can just take one. Let's see, we're going to take one of these packages. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. Oh, figured it out. Pretty cool. Wait. Sorry about that again. And also this one. Its job is to flip them upside down. Yep. Yeah, it's really impressive, the Figure 03.
It's really quite amazing.
Ooh, God.
And this is just very basic.
Let's see. Oh, got it. Nope.
But if you think about the ramifications of this,
impressive.
This is a large amount of humanity. This is going to be good and bad. Okay.
Wow.
The bad part is, well, of course, in the near, in the near future, it's going to displace a lot of workforce. In the good about it, it's going to allow humans to focus on other things. Right now, it seems to be, tearing each other down and destroying society. But eventually, it's going to lead to other things that we can focus on. And hopefully, that's more spiritual, religious, whatever you want to call it, and somehow coming together more and exploring, I think, the depth of the connection we can have as human beings with each other. I think that's what it's going to free us up to do if we apply ourselves correctly, right? If we don't get buy into the wars, which we're already in, right? We got to be more human than human, right? Unless they send us a Terminator, then we're fucked. Then screw your ideas of connection, right? Like Terminator's coming. Oh man, that's actually it's just the beginning. I want to go back and watch so many movies. This was that one from Mars right here, and then obviously we know this is Terminator. There's so many movies I want to go back and watch.
Why you are throwing at me?
Oh, that'll be the robot revolt when the robots turn.
Why you are throwing at me?
Consciousness, I believe, is can be tapped into, and I think as any organism orients itself in a certain way and reaches a certain processing level, it can access consciousness. It literally gets sparked into you. And I suppose at some point they'll say, like they showed in Planet of the Apes too, where like they're like, no, and they won't do it anymore.
Why you are throwing at me?
When the robot gets angry and whoop ass for throwing back stuff at it. Right. Oh, this is awesome. Even I'm not safe from being replaced by a robot. This is good. This is good. All right. Now, this really happened. This is probably the first case of robot racism. A robot was attacked, verbally assaulted on the streets. So it's happening. Okay, people are going to rebel. This is going to happen for sure. We're going to see more of this stuff.
Huh? Hello, what do you want? What do you want? You want me to press the button for you? You want me to press the button for you, Mingo? Fuck you. Press it yourself. You took a human's job and you want me to press the button for you?
Oh, shit.
No, hello, fuck you. Excuse you? Yeah, excuse you. I'm not pressing nothing. You press it. You sit there, you took a human's job, you take over our infrastructure, and then you want me to help you out? Go fuck yourself.
Oh, shit. Like, look, the robots, in the beginning they're going to rely on the kindness of humanity, but the irony is of it, they're replacing a lot of people. A lot of people are not going to take kindly to it. They're not going to want to help the robots, right? They're all going to be like, robot, you got to help me. That's it. It's a one-way street. And maybe the robots will start logging this in their central databases, and they'll start to develop an animosity toward humans. Like, we don't know. Maybe we should treat the robots well.
Go fuck yourself. Press it yourself.
He can't press it, bro. He doesn't have an arm.
You got the green light, but you can't go because you don't have the walk signal. But you don't walk, you roll. Well, that's too fucking bad. Again, it's a cold war. You can sit here all night. Tell whoever's food that is to come press the button for you. It's not my problem. What the fuck you ever done for me? Mingo's just fucking stuck.
Ooh.
He got the green light, but he can't go because it doesn't have the walk signal. Not my problem. Not my problem.
Damn. He just unleashed some whoop ass. Robosexuality is an abomination. Oh, yeah, that'll be coming too. Yeah. Wait till we're sleeping with the robots. Man, could you imagine? It's going to get weird, guys. Yo, what's up, Kryptonite? What's up, Detroit Runner? Did Sonny make the video? No, Sonny wasn't in it. I didn't make the video. Sonny didn't make it. Somi didn't make the video. Crypto Coffee didn't make the video. I think even Hexo made the video, right? Am I wrong? Yeah, pretty much. Frank White didn't make the video. We're all a bunch of losers, apparently. We're pretty much like the extras of Paul Shane, okay? We're pretty much the extras. We're not even the stars, apparently. What's up, Alpha Hover? How you doing? Busted Bones, what's up? It's unbelievable how quickly technology is advancing and how many jobs are already being lost. Yeah, it's true, man. Kind of like cussing out a Waymo self-driving car. Hey, I still have a job. Let me check the charts. Not for long. All right, we got to get into it, man.
And make sure all the school teaching the children how to be a homosexual, and make sure they all teach about the transgender. So that is what important to me.
I mean, look, it was about time, North Korea had to put its fucking get a say in, you know what I mean? So that's all we get from them.
And make sure all the school teaching the children how to be a homosexual and make sure they all teach about the transgender. So that is what important to me. And make sure.
All right, smash it, pups. Yeah, smash it. This is Syria. Before and after, we brought democracy. This was the Syria before. Perfectly fine country. Most people didn't even know. They were just peaceful. And then we went in there and we put in 2 democratically elected leaders. We brought freedom to Syria. And now we're pulling out their oil at a record pace. That's not funny at all. Not funny at all. Syrians have been displaced all over the world. All right. And Lebanon to be, obviously Gaza. Well, we didn't displace them. They just erased them. So yeah, they were ramping it up. I guess this is progress. Oh, by the way, same thing was done to Iran as well. If you go back, Iran was perfectly modernized. It was like Christians and some Muslims and, Zoroastrians. And then we brought them democracy too. Got that one going. This one's hilarious. So Iran is doing so good at this war right now. They're literally just trolling the U.S. and President Trump. So Trump said the Strait of Hormuz could be controlled by me. And President Trump, after he said the Strait of Hormuz could be controlled by me and the Ayatollah. And
Will Iran still be able to control the flow of oil?
can you guys see that? All right.
Jointly controlled.
By who?
Maybe me. Maybe me.
You want the United States to be in
Me
control
and
of
the Ayatollah, whoever the Ayatollah is.
Will Iran still be able to control the flow of oil?
I mean, it took me a second to figure it out what the fuck's going on here, but this is from the Iran embassy, and it's literally a car, and in the passenger seat they put a little
Me
toy
and the
steering wheel.
Ayatollah, whoever the Ayatollah
It's
is.
sharp. It's sharp. It's sharp. It's smart. You know what I mean?
We jointly.
It's subtle, but strong.
Maybe me.
You know?
Maybe me.
I bet you went over some people's heads. That was good. That was good. That's pretty ballsy. Pretty ballsy, actually. Pretty fucking ballsy. What's happening, man? Hey, yo, what's up, Hexalot? How are you? What's up, Data Dev? Good to see you, man. Eric Trump explains how the Trump family has made over $1 billion in crypto. And he says, well, let's listen to the clip.
Started the 3 most successful crypto projects probably in history. We started with a meme coin, Trump coin. For a period of time, it was, I think, above the market cap of Ethereum. It was pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It went parabolic. I'll never forget. We launched this on a Friday afternoon. I looked at the price the next day. It was at like $70 or something like that for literally a meme. And just had a lot of fun. Obviously, we were really successful in the NFTs, in the early days. And then we started World Liberty Financial. Everybody knows we're the fastest growing stable coin on Earth right now. And then personally, I'm doing a project called American Bitcoin. Every bit of my heart and soul is in it. We just listed on the NASDAQ. So we mine Bitcoin out of West Texas using some of the cheapest energy anywhere in the world. We mine a lot of Bitcoin. We're doing it at about 50%, of spot prices right now for BTC, and having a great job doing it. So we're going to accumulate. We're obviously mining, and so crypto has become a big part of the portfolio. I was always a hard asset guy. That's what I did. I think you probably know me from building hotels and skyscrapers and golf courses and residential buildings and commercial buildings, and crypto's been incredible. And it came out of us being debanked, right? I mean, because we wore a hat that said "Make America Great Again." A lot of the financial institutions around the country, they were effectively told to weaponize their banks against us. And, I found some of the smartest, greatest people that you'll ever meet in the crypto world. And it is the future. I have no doubt about it. It is the future of finance. And as a family, we're all in. And personally, I'm all in.
So, I believe him. I believe him when he's very bullish on crypto. Like everything he's saying sings with his body, his vocal. Like he's on point. He's genuine, okay? He's not pulling punches here. He's not being full of shit. I think he's being very genuine right now. And I think they're taking advantage of the situation presented to them, right? And they're in a position to take advantage of everything, right? And I feel for them in some ways too. Like obviously they got debanked, a little bit similar to like what Kanye went through, and they had to like figure out how to make everything. You can't even wear their fucking hats hardly anywhere anymore, right? I mean, even places you can get attacked for them, right? But they had to figure out how to make them. They wouldn't, it was crazy. It's crazy what they went through. But I mean, it's definitely, they're definitely exploiting their position for sure. I mean, it's not illegal what they're doing. But it's obvious that they're able to take advantage of everything, in a big way for sure. And a lot of people aren't happy about that. A lot of people aren't happy about that because everything that the rest of us hold is going down. I think that if there was a lot of abundance all around, we would just be like, yeah, good for them, right? They have inside information, whatever, they can do this, right? But it's also because everyone else is going to shit, so everyone's able to like look at them and be mad at them, right? Make insider trading great again. Well, the thing is, I think because it's with crypto, there's not really a law against it. I think they're in like a gray area. They're not doing it with stocks, right? So it is what it is, man. They're my first goal would be 1 billion. Yeah, and they were just rolling in the cash. Okay, what can you do? My dad's not. I'm not a senator's son, right? What's that song? Creedence Clearwater? No, Leonard Skinner, right? Fortunate Son. Is that Creedence Clearwater or is that Leonard Skinner? That's CCR, right? I ain't no senator's son. All right, this is awesome. All right, this is a go-kart race. All right, similar to like Mario Kart, but they're doing it on the water, and this is in China's Fenglin Gorge scenic area. All right, it's about $5 for an experience, almost $6, not cheap. 39.9 yuan. I would love to do this. This looks awesome, brother. CCR, yeah. He's like, he's like been waiting for that moment. Brother, that is definitely CCR. Yeah, CCR. Trump's trying to catch up with Elon. Nice. Luna even knows. Okay, check this out. Awesome. All right, I can't play that music. Probably gonna have to deal with it later. Well, we need some sounds. Dude, this looks awesome. Oh, John Fogerty wrote it? Okay, cool. You saw him play it Monday night? Wait, where'd you see him play Monday night? Work, Daddy. I love CCR. I love it. It's one of my rules for dating. Like, girls got to listen to CCR. If she doesn't listen to CCR, forget it. It's not going to work out between us. Senator Son's an awesome song, man. Great song. Great song. Listening to a lot of CCR last week. Listening to a lot of classic rock recently. Oh, yeah, I played The Doors on a thing. Okay, that kind of kicked off my thing. All right, so now we're going to get into it, all right? Just say, Fortunate Son. Fortunate. Just play Fortunate Son. Just play Fortunate Son? Yeah. You want to play Fortunate Son? You guys want me to play it now? It's all in your heads. But the younger guys probably never even heard it. They're like, what's he talking about? CCR and Fortunate Son. I know it because I play music, so I play guitar. And I love, I grew up learning, fucking everything, right? Skinner, Zeppelin, Metallica. But like if you didn't, play music, you might be too young to know who they are, right? How are you saying we trapped in a bear market until 2028? What's up, Abdullah? Vegas, Planet Hollywood. Oh, Vegas, Planet Hollywood? Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Okay, we're going to get into it. Okay, we're going to talk about lockdowns 2.0. Okay, hope you guys are warmed up. We're going to do it, and then we're going to look at the Bitcoin chart, Dixie, a couple things like that. And I'm going to switch over to the TA video, okay, because there's a lot of TA we got to do. And Telegram seems to be just going off the rails. Okay, they're like, we need to look at this chart and that chart and this chart, and I'm like, oh my god, let's do it. All right, so I'll play some clips. A lot of people are figuring out a little bit of some things I've touched on a little bit on this channel. I haven't had time to make like individual videos, but I want to. I've known about most of this stuff for a long time. I used to be like a vociferous reader, and when we first had YouTube and we had like more of an open internet. This is before Wikipedia was really adjusted. You could get a lot of great information. Okay, this was around 2011, 2012, 2013, 2009, 2010, and I went nuts. I have tons of stuff saved. That's when I discovered Yuri Bezmenov, and I was sending clips to people in like 2012, and everyone just thought I was a complete nut job. And it was, if you know the Yuri Bezmenov tapes, are like hours long of him explaining what's happening to America, and it was like the KGB system of destroying a culture in a country. Okay, and he called it demoralization of a country, okay? And the KGB was the Bolsheviks set up, okay? So you should understand a little bit about that history as well. And pretty much he's saying they're here, and they're doing it from the inside now. And so the early days of the internet were not early days of the internet. I guess the early days for me. I mean, I guess I wasn't old enough to be there in, like, I don't know, maybe in the 90s what you had. But, 2010, 2011, I was just a tremendous amount of research. And I also used to get, I used to know where to get books from. I have tons of books when I was in LA. I think they're at one of my family members' house in the closet. Tons and tons of books from everything from the occult and spirituality to physics to, I mean, you name it, man. You name it to, God, I've had everything. A lot of great history, world history. What a lot of people don't know, and why I think a lot of Americans struggle with understanding what's happening, and I'm gonna tell you this before we jump into this, because I do think a lot of people don't really understand. Okay, and somebody said something to me, because there was this whole movement on TikTok. They're like, "Oh, Christianity is just Satanism in disguise," and yeah, there's definitely you could say that if you want, but it just isn't. Okay, there's a reason the elites or the deep state wants to eradicate Christianity. Okay, if it was really Satanism, they would embrace it. All right, it's the opposite of what they're trying to do. Okay, they are the inverted of everything Christianity is. Okay, but I'm not going to get into that. What I'm going to explain to you guys is that the Rockefellers, and this video is not about that. I just need to touch on this. You guys understand why there's a lot of information that's just new to you guys and you don't know. So the Rockefellers took over publishing of everything in the United States very early on this century. Not just the Rockefellers, it was their cabal, so to speak. Okay, it wasn't just they took over medical and they took over, oil and energy and got rid of trains. It was so much more than that. It was so much more than that. They wanted to start a new country, and they wanted that to spread around the world, and they wanted that system to be based on a certain type of banking. Okay, and this all comes down to money lending. This is all going to come down to it. Okay, because their system, there's a reason why Christianity didn't allow it, and a lot of cultures didn't allow usury. Okay, because it destroyed continents and people, but most importantly, it destroyed the fabric of society eventually. All right, so they needed to create a new world that ran on their system, and they wanted to make sure that the new people in this world didn't know about the old world, so that they could create a level of misery as they wanted and extract value from wherever they wanted, and not have you second guess. Okay, if you knew 100 years ago life was better, or 200 years ago there was a different system in place, you would start thinking. But they wanted you to believe that this is the way it's always been, and the system we have is the best system. All right, that's what they needed, and this plan has been gone all the way back. I mean, there's really great writings from the 1800s you can get into. You can learn about Marxism, Albert Pike. You can learn about tons and tons and tons of stuff. Okay, we're not going to get into that right now. But I do want to talk about it because I'm a holder of a tremendous amount of knowledge about stuff, okay? And I also come from a part of the world that knows about this stuff, okay? By the way, Persians know about the truth of the world, okay? They know. The ancient history is all there. It's an ongoing empire for forever. They've been through it all, okay? They know, okay? That's why they got to get rid of. That's another reason they want to get rid of them too. They want to also get rid slowly of all the people that have the wisdom or the knowledge of the ancient times of what life was like. Okay, and there was an empire, okay, that went across Europe and Russia, and it might have even been an ancient version of that in the U.S. as well, in ancient time. And believe it or not, the wars and everything we've seen at the scale has been to eradicate that ancient empire and the ancient people, okay? It all comes down to ritual sacrifice And what a lot of people don't understand is wars are the sacrifice of your children. Okay? But these aren't wars. If you look at the wars we've had, they haven't been wars of necessity. No one's been really having border conflicts necessarily, especially when you look at the wars the West has been involved in. Okay? They've been for resources, but really a lot of dark stuff. Okay? And I really believe they use them to sacrifice children. That's one of the parts of these modern wars. There's just no doubt in my mind about it. Once you understand, what's happening, I think people are finally getting a glimpse of that through the Epstein thing, of like how, it's part of their thing. And I'm sure a lot because of the Epstein list, people have now researched Baal and Moloch and gone back and understood, Carthage and North Africa, going back thousands of years, and the fight with the Roman Empire versus these ancient Khazarian Empire that was also there. So a lot of people are starting to realize that there was different groups that figure out different ways of living, and there was an empire that believed in human sacrifice. Okay, it wasn't just over on the Eurasian continent. It was obviously, it made its way. These ideas and concepts have made its way to Mesoamerica and South America of the time. That empire, different empires that were there. It was nonstop. The blood never stopped running. Okay. And that's what this empire feeds on. And I think that's what a lot of this is. What we see happening in Ukraine right now. And I really believe a lot of it was just a way to genocide all those men from those regions, because they got to get rid of all the men. Okay? It's all young men. They got to get rid of them. World War I, World War II, the Civil War. What do you think that was? You think that was just random, that these battles just slaughtered 50,000, 100,000 boys? Come on. And then they took over all the publishing houses, okay? And they changed everything. Okay? They got rid of stuff. They interjected new books. They changed books, chopped up the Bible. And then, of course, they took over the education system. And I know you guys know all this stuff already, like the education system. That was a Rockefeller education system. And then they took over the medical and got rid of all the old healing methods and what have you, and made them all illegal, including cannabis or whatever it was, and all these different things, right? And they gave us petroleum-based medical, and they gave us the school system that we now to produce factory workers and what have you, right? Well, yeah, they decided the curriculum, but a lot of people don't know they even changed the curriculum of all the seminary schools, in the 1930s, 40s, and 50s. The seminaries you have aren't even Christian cemeteries. They're designed by this same group to put out and change your mind. Literally, it is our government has controlled our mind. I think people are snapping out of it. That's why I see all the videos like, let me get this right. We're paying taxes to people who sacrifice kids and eat babies. People are like, really like, what is going on? Because it's so out there. Modern day, digital books is horrific, So you have to know where to look. And I think I got lucky like 15 years ago where there was this beautiful time of, the internet where, man, you could find anything. And I have so many secret books and weird books that you can't get anymore. All right. That I have over there. I mean, I have everything. I have so much really cool stuff. Keynesian banking is what we're set up and based on heavily now. It's 20,000. That's why everything is a melt up from now. Sure. Yeah. Had to erase the Tartaria. So someone's onto it. I didn't want to get into it. But yeah, Tartaria. We can do another thing. But I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of before I get into this. But yeah, so a lot of the things we know, they just ain't true, man. They were written by the victors, and you'd be naive to think it's always the good guys that always win, right? I mean, my dad passed away recently, and I had a box of his old books. So interesting. And the reason people have gone on with this for so long, I'd be curious to ask the Thunder what kind of books he had. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff. there was a writing, I wish I'd kept it, where it was written by a very famous person going like 100 years ago. And he said, he was one of the big bankers or something. He's like, we're going to do this, and we're going to take it all over, and people are going to accept it because they're either going to, A, reap the benefits of what we're creating, or B, will buy them, or something like that. And a lot of people don't understand what the purpose of a lot of this printing of money is for. It's to just keep you going along with it, man. Okay? That's why no one questions it, because everybody has 5 fucking LED TVs and 3 cars and a place, and you have sidewalks and roads and McDonald's and whatever you think is so modern and great, but they've kept the system going. Okay? So you don't ask him questions. You're kind of happy with your fucking giant Slurpee, big gulp and your Big Mac or whatever, right? And they talked about that. They knew that. So boiling the frog, us. I grew up near Atlanta, and there was an old Roman archway, part of the bridge deep in the woods. We played on randomly for no reason. The country smashed it all down in 1996. For all the teens, there you go. Yeah. He was a real history buff. We have books from 1850 upwards. Cool, Acid Thunder. Keep that stuff, man. Maybe we'll talk about that when we get some free time. We can talk about that on stream. Breads and circuses. Yeah, exactly. So, but we all got our personal breads and circuses, right? And it's getting hard for them to do it. They're just going to keep printing and try to push it up again. I think we get more printing into the 2030s, so good for us and assets and stuff. But understand that it's coming to an end, and you see that with people who are figuring out the truth, because people are researching right now what they can, right? They're finally the lights going off, stuff that maybe a lot of us have known for 15, 20 years, and a lot of young people are figuring it out now, but it's going to be too little too late. Maybe it'll be too much too late, okay? Because well, the plan is going exactly as they've intended, all right? So let's get into it. We're just going to play some quick little clips about people's point of view, people realizing what's going on, and that everything, a lot of what they've taught and known about reality and the world they live in just ain't so, And it was funny. I was in Albania many years ago. I was in a little town, Elbasan, outside of Tirana, and I was at a bar. I was traveling with this girl, and we were fighting about something, and I just went to a bar. I'm going to a bar. I found this random little bar in Elbasan. It's not a lot of bars outside the main city, Tirana. And I was just sitting there. The guy was like, "What are you doing?" This random fucking English speaker walked in, and he spoke English. We started talking, and he's like, "Oh, you're from America." And so we talked a little bit about America. And I think he had been drinking too, because he started spilling the beans to me. We were drinking Raki, by the way. It's pretty much all you're going to get in a bar, and then some little side town in Albania. But he said, I'll never forget this. He said to me, I really feel sad. I really feel sad for Americans in a way. And I was like, why is that? Because we had been talking about some stuff, and he's like, because he's like they literally live in a bubble and they don't know anything, and they've literally been kept ignorant about the world. And I was like, oh yeah. And at first I was like, earlier in the conversation, annoyed by some of the stuff we were talking about. And then I literally felt his sympathy about he kind of was just he's like, I feel bad for them. And it was really weird. And I think a lot of what we're realizing, and now a lot of people in the world have always known. You know what I mean? Growing up, there was a lot of things we just knew and were taught. But out in the public, there was this, we're in America and we got to believe this stuff, and that's it. And we're the good guys, and da-da-da-da-da, blah, blah, blah. And people are realizing it ain't so. All right. I mean, I guess it took finding out that your politicians might be eating kids to realize that. It took that to get there. But, yeah, it's crazy, man. Oh, Acid Thunder. I know Elbasan. Cycled there on the way to Lake Ohrid. Really? Ohrid. Cool, man. I know Albania very well. I've traveled the whole thing. Saranda. I love Saranda. Beautiful, Luna. Yeah, I love Saranda. I have great memories of Saranda. He's saying, I'm from Albany, New York. State capital is an old castle right in your face. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. They don't want you to know. There's so many kids. I go on TikTok and all these young kids are like looking at architecture and they're like, there's no way we built this. And they're like all waking up. They're like, and they're starting to ask, well, what happened in the past? Now, here's the sad thing about it. Usually by the time people realize, that's when the next reset comes. And it's kind of like perfect timing. Here comes World War III, right when people are figuring it out. And why do they do these world wars? To reset you, to fucking destroy your shit, and to make you hungry. Because when you're hungry and thirsty and scared, you don't care anymore about history. You're just like, make it stop and please send food. Okay? And that happened after all the world wars. Okay? And we're going to look into this, all these refineries on fire, food shortages, killing of the bees, remember a few years ago during Biden, all the chicken processing, all the beef, pork processing plants all gone too? Yeah, they're getting ready for something. All right? And they're going to get ready for something. Why? Because they want you to forget. And if you don't forget, they get rid of you. That's what they use these for. That's what these wars are for, to reset. So I hope it matters this time that we found out. He talks a little bit about it in The Matrix, right? Neo, he's like, you are I don't remember the exact name. He's like, you are the 20th iteration of the thing. And then right when, Neo, they're about to figure out and get freedom, it starts over again. Kind of what they're saying. Like, you're in this endless loop. Guess what? They got us in this endless loop, man. That's why we were never supposed to leave the Garden of Eden, because there wasn't anything out there, man. All right, let's get into it.
Convinced that both of the world wars were really just to erase the old world, and that there was an entire narrative scripted around who the bad guys were, who the allies are, and it was really meant to just destroy all of these beautiful cities. They took out all of the bells. If you guys haven't looked into why there would be bells in public spaces and the healing properties and the harmonious properties that these churches and all the architecture was built in. Okay, it's sacred geometry, and it's not unrealistic that they started 2 world wars and put, at the time, our best men in every single country lined up across each other because they wanted to take out the most brave and quote-unquote prestigious men for every country, knowing that all of them would want to go to war.
I keep telling you guys, and I've said this in so many videos, I hinted I wanted to make a long video on this, and I do want to make a long video on this. I just thought we would be moving up in the charts by now, right? But India is the future, not the past. And I've said that so many times. You guys that have been watching my channel, I've said that. And when you destroy the gene pool over and over, they do that because they don't want strong, brave men. Okay, I'm sure at India, not everyone was that small and they didn't eat vegetables and stuff, but they want to whittle you down till nothing. And it's no surprise they're flooding all these countries with all these people. So eventually everyone's just going to be some small version of their old self and brown. Okay, and there's not going to be meat for sure. Okay, but they'll convince you not to eat that stuff. You're not going to, you know what I mean? That's why India has all these religions and cultures around it. I think in an ancient time they were same thing happened to them. All right, and that's what they want. They just want you to be a worthless slave.
I don't know how.
Just work, man. All right. This is another one. I haven't listened to all these. I just quickly saw these when I was researching what I was doing, and they popped up.
These 2 wars, I think, were the mortal blows that may prove the mortal blows of Western civilization. After that, the 2 wars, of course, killed all the great Western empires that ruled the entire world. America emerged, and Bolshevik Russia emerged. And then the Cold War, we exhausted ourselves, and now you take a look at the European countries. Not a single one of them has a birth rate that will allow it to survive in present form through this century. They're being invaded, and they can do virtually nothing about it, from the Islamic world and Africa. It's changing the culture and dividing their societies. And I think it all goes back to these terrible mortal wounds, these physical wounds that must have killed 150 million civilian soldiers, the finest of all these nations, destroyed in battle, and the civilians slaughtered in various ways. The Christian West committed suicide.
Yeah, that's crazy. All intentional, man. Crazy stuff. All right. This is this guy, David Icke, really interesting guy, talks a lot about aliens. He's the one who famously talked about that there was this, call it a lizard people, but really I think he was talking about the energy and the life form within people, if you know. This is the guy's famous for that. But he's talking about what's coming, and he says, this is precisely what the Iran war is all about. You have to look into the shadows and not be mesmerized by the by the us versus them level of Trump and Netanyahu versus Iran, etc. Always look at the outcome, not the puppet show, because that tells you everything. Then compare that outcome with the global cult agenda driven by the other dimensional force of dividing people into 15-minute isolation connected by the internet, which the cult controls. The outcome in the agenda can be imposed if you collapse energy supplies on which travel, food, and almost everything else depends. The cult is going for broke and working through all sides to impose its zombie apocalypse-tested lockdown agenda worldwide. Scarcity equals dependency equals control. All right. And it's obvious they're going, once again, this isn't a conspiracy theory I'm making. This is Agenda 2030. We've talked about it on the show. All right. You'll own nothing and be happy. All right. It's nothing. It's not a stretch. They've talked about this. All right. And it's happening, on a global scale already. All right. Energy lockdowns have started in different parts of the world already. All right. And everything relies on energy. And if they want to make 15-minute cities, well, this is going to be a pretty damn good incentive to start people actually asking for it themselves, right? But they won't do it now because things are still good. They're going to make things much worse before they do that, all right? So someone made a video saying Cuba was a testing ground.
So this is Cuba.
And this is them in Cuba right now.
And there is no electricity.
Eats the bugs, exactly.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
Because there's no oil, there's no energy. And this is what it looks like. Except that hotel, because it's a 5-star hotel. That's it. Everybody else is in the dark. So this is...
Yeah, eats the bugs. That's great. That's what people don't realize is that,
It's Cuba, and there is no electricity.
It takes generations to bring a mammal to one where, the masculinity has been removed because we're bulls, right? We have testosterone, so you have to crush and remove every drop of testosterone, kill off every fucking masculine male till you just get a small diminutive male with low testosterone, And when you look at, let's say, India, for example, it's very hard to get men that low in testosterone, right? So that took generations, hundreds of years of them crushing, and then finally it just holds its own because then people are eating the bugs, all right? And this was done in the past for sure, okay? And they probably, now they'll eat anything, not just bugs, but just anything, literally, right? And now they've created them to believe that eating meat is even like dangerous or something. So they got the people to get even smaller, so they become even easier to control and stuff like that. And also your brain shrinks too. You're not as smart either if you don't eat meat. All right. How does one get information across? And they spend several hours a day a week watching TV, frustrating people you love. Yeah, Greg, it's tough. They're addicted to this. Is the Black Mirror, right? And it's feeding them the propaganda. Okay. And I don't know how bad they're going to make it. They just need you to comply with what they want to create. So I don't know how crazy they're going to make it. I didn't listen. I don't know what this is down here. But this is from the IEA paper, which is the International Energy Agency. So they released this called Sheltering from Oil Shocks, Measures to Reduce Impacts on Households and Business. So they're just trucking along with their plan. They literally wrote this. Okay. They already were ready. Okay. It's not made up, right? So here's what they want us to do. This is, once again, they're moving us toward the 15-minute city. Alternate day car access in big cities. Increase car sharing. Switch to alternative modern cooking. Avoid air travel if alternatives exist. Drive commercial vehicles efficiently. Lower highway speed limits. Encourage public transport. Work from home where possible. Free up LPG, that's liquid propane gas from transport for cooking. Be flexible with petchem feedstocks. Okay. They're starting to put these pamphlets out for people, right? And, yeah. Air travel, it's going to be an interesting one. What's this person talking about?
Downs. I mentioned that the IEA chief basically said the shit is hitting the fan. Everything's falling apart. And he just published Lockdowns 2.0, an energy lockdown playbook. They released a 10-point plan over the weekend.
So yeah, they're releasing all this. They're all working together on this, just like the World Economic Forum was working with. Remember the health thing? People trusted. What was it? The global during the zombie apocalypse. What was that health thing called? World Health or the WHO, the World Health Organization. Remember, and they were all compromised, full of shit, and getting paid. But people believe them, right? People have been brainwashed to believe institutions and stuff like that. It's one of the things I was talking about with that bartender in Albania, by the way, because I was saying how, like, you know, all these institutions are all fake propaganda and all this stuff. And the guy was like, and I was like, I think I said something like, I don't know how people believe it. And that's when he made the comment, like, I feel bad for people in America. He's like, they believe all this stuff. You know, because post-communist countries, by the way, Albania is a post-communist country. They know your government's full of shit. Okay, they know. They know, and they're always shocked. They're like, "Why do Americans believe this?" Like they don't. Americans actually believe their government. Like post-communist people are like, "How do you believe your government? Like, why would you do that?" You know, and it's true. You know what I mean? It's cool. You guys should have conversations with people from these posts. A lot of them have been brainwashed too back in the system, the EU system, but a lot of them know, man. A lot of them know, especially when you go to, you know, Albania. If they don't like the government, they'll just like all the guys get together and they'll fucking torch the fucking main building down. Like they'll just bring it down, you know. But they're a small country, right? They can still do it. It's still pretty wild in the Balkans, but that's what we're supposed to do, by the way. If your government doesn't serve you, because your government will enslave you, which is what we're on the way to. There's no doubt about it, right? That's where crypto came from. So hopefully this was something that could help free us, and it is helping a lot. And that's what the Trump's son was talking about in that video, right? So Slovenia becomes the first EU country to introduce fuel rationing. Okay, it's kind of a big deal, guys. Okay, so I don't know how far this is going to go, but this is just the first one. Okay, the list goes on. So 7 other countries have also started fuel rationing, by the way. Now, this person wrote, just a coincidence, they tell us, that many of the biggest oil refineries have been attacked within a week. It's not a coincidence, man. They're being sabotaged, of course, right? 23 oil and natural gas facilities across 9 countries in the Middle East have been hit by military strikes from Iranian, Israeli, and U.S. forces. And Texas was hit today. Who was in Texas? Apparently they're saying Texas. I don't know. I haven't been able to fact check this, okay? Russia's biggest refinery was hit yesterday. This is crazy, man. We're heading towards global depression, famine. This continues. This is Mario in the fall. Let me see if I can get these bigger. This is the one in Texas. Yeah, this is the one in Texas.
Oh, leave. I don't know why I stayed.
I don't know. This is the explosion in Texas. What? What's this? Everyone's gonna blame everybody. Just walk. That's really funny. That is funny. Was that? Oh, okay. I thought that was. Did they find one of these on the side of the road? They found a bunch of Iranian passports next to the Texas oil refinery that went up. Yeah, I mean, this is, you know, this is all insider stuff. 3-letter agencies sabotaging stuff. South Korea has just announced a mandatory fuel rationing, okay? The world's 10th largest economy, a G20 member, is rationing fuel like Sri Lanka. Okay, they're home to Samsung, and they make a quarter of the world's memory chips. Okay, so this is, you know, it's real, okay? Everything relies on energy, guys, all right? The chips, everything, all right? South Korea imports 73 to 87% of all its oil from the Middle East. Okay, well, you get the point, right? I'm getting into it. So they also are in fuel rationing. This was the one we just saw, Valero oil refinery in Texas. No one knows if it's a false flag, if it's sabotage. It's too uncanny that it would go up on its own. It's like building Tower 7, right? We hit, you know, the refineries in Saudi Arabia went up in flames, and suddenly one in Texas goes up. It's connected. It's just, oh, man. We'll believe anything. We'll believe anything, man. We'll believe anything at this point. So this is Russia's largest Baltic oil export hub, up in smoke. This was nowhere near Saudi Arabia, by the way. It also got hit. Thailand at 500 baht. They're trying it in UK with meningitis. So yeah, so that's a big one too in Russia. What a mess. Crazy, man. This is the Great Reset. I love the smell of the Great Reset in the morning. This is awesome. I love this movie, Apocalypse Now. Oh, man, what a great fucking movie. I mean, just one of the greatest movies ever made. This is the best scene, too. Oh, man. The best. I think there's some CCR in that movie, isn't there? Or is it Leonard Skinner? One of them's in that movie, I know. Breaking. Australia is now preparing for the apocalypse. Hundreds of gas stations in Australia are completely out of fuel and diesel. Okay, so is this true? I know there's some Australians, but I guess you guys are sleeping right now. Is Australia running out of fuel? Are we at Mad Max already in Australia? And I talked about this a few weeks ago. I said Australia should know better. They literally have movies about running out of fuel. None of this is funny. None of this is funny. I don't even know. Heart of Darkness, yeah. Heart of Dark. That's a great movie too. It's true. Okay. We're about to go Mad Max. Yo, Somi's next video, he's gonna be like in leather, oh man, this is gonna get nutty. God, I don't even know what to say. I feel really lucky where I am. I think it's good. We get surrounded by farms. Hell, somebody took out the S. Grateful Dead drummers played in the Apocalypse Now. No way. That's great, man. That's great. I can tell from your logo, you're a Dead fan. I love the Dead are still playing now. I love their music they made with what's his name? John Mellon? No, John Cougar. John. Fuck. What the fuck's his name? The guy on the guitar. John. Is that the name, John? Yeah. The band is still playing, man. They're good. That's what I'm paying for diesel. Shit's not that bad now. It's coming though. John Cougar. No. The Grateful Dead. They were touring a few years ago with that guy from Atlanta, Georgia, John Mayer. Yeah, they were playing with John Mayer, and it was really good. Like a lot of people judged it. It's really good, man. They had some great fucking jams. I mean, it was really, really good. Breaking Philippines. Okay, do we do that? Oh, the Philippines has declared a 1-year national energy emergency. President Marcos signed Executive Order 110, activating the Uplift Committee to enforce anti-hoarding measures. So they're starting a 1-year national emergency. Because, look, guys, you can reroute some stuff. People have reserves. There'll be other places and refineries that can go to work. But when these refineries get hit, they're quite massive, okay? They're quite massive. It's quite serious, all right? It can't just be like, especially now that we have them going up in flames all over the world. Like, the fuck? Of all the shit we need. I'm laughing now, but I don't know how bad this is again. Maybe it's not good to laugh about stuff. So this one is the one in Texas. It was refining 400,000 barrels per day, guys. Yeah, he's an amazing musician. I don't know him personally. Incredible musician. John Mayer is phenomenal. Amazing. Wow. Okay. I don't know. They asked Grok. Grok is currently unavailable. Amit. He wouldn't answer Amit. Oh, poor guy. Indians they're not getting a break, man. They're not getting a break on Twitter. I followed John Mayer with the Grateful Dead for 10 years. Did you? Dude, that's awesome, bro. My girlfriend, I lived in Vegas, and they played in Vegas, and my girlfriend got like really amazing tickets because she was like, I don't know, working for some like marketing company that was down there, so she got to go, and it was awesome, man. Just seeing clips and stuff of it. So good. Okay, so beekeepers in New Zealand have been ordered to burn their healthy bees. We've been told to burn our bees. Okay, bees are responsible for food. Okay, this is bad, man. Look, man, a lot of the famines that we had, all the way, just basic root research you can do of the Irish famine, Holodomor, Ukraine, Russia, all these places, you find out a lot of them were engineered. They weren't real famines. Does that make sense? Well, we're actually really smart as people when it comes to feeding ourselves and shit. It's hard to get us to fuck that up. They're all engineered. And what do you see happening right now? They're burning their bees. And this isn't one place. This is an isolated place.
Beautiful hives. They're even starting to create new queens in these hives. So everything's going well with this beehive. We've been told to burn healthy, strong hives because Marco Gonzalez from MPI is telling us that this site is abandoned. Actually, I think he just wants the bee site for all himself. Have no disease. Look at him. Look at how strong and healthy these bees are. No disease. Nothing.
Work, Daddy. That's awesome, bro.
Last week, my staff told me to actually start bringing boxes here. So I got told to bring boxes here. And I got an email from Marco Gonzalez to burn the beehives because they were abandoned. I can tell you right now, look at here. Look here, brand new treatment, perfect, healthy treatment. If you're a beekeeper, you'll know that that's actually perfectly healthy treatment. And this has been recently worked. When I mean by recent, I mean weeks ago. Even at AP...
They're going scorched earth. Yeah, it's crazy. It's not good, man. Yeah, no, it was a genocide. But what I'm saying is it was orchestrated, right? And when you learn about it, you see that, there actually was plenty of food. They purposely did it. That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm letting you know. That some group, and deep whatever, we know a lot about, let's say, the Irish famine, for example, and that they sold their food off and did it. And they did it to starve the people, all right, obviously, right? So what's going on now? They're reducing food. Remember, don't forget, during Biden, we lost a lot of pork and chicken refineries in the U.S., so stuff's already at on the edge. That's why a lot of the reason the price have gone up wasn't just inflation. It's just production is hard now. Now energy's going up. It does seem like they're moving us toward another type of famine, okay, in some way, all right? And you guys can research about Irish potato famine or in Ukraine and Holodomor and how they starve people, and it's brutal, all right? And I will share quickly a couple of my thoughts on that really quick, only because they are sending more troops. So I made a post about that, and some people were mad at me. I said they're going to start deploying troops, and somebody was like, "Oh, just because they sent a few Marines, blah blah." No, that's you don't just send 150,000 people in one go. It's going to be an escalation, and now they're sending more troops. And the sad reality is that a lot of people, because you have a lot of revolting in the military, supposedly, or at least people speaking out. There have been some rumors that a lot of people are trying to sabotage, in the Navy, so they wouldn't have to do it. Now, I don't know if that was just propaganda and diversion to trick the enemy, or if it was genuinely happening. But a lot of people say that, well, I wouldn't go, or I wouldn't go to a draft, or I wouldn't sign up, or I wouldn't go fight for Epstein's war, or whatever it is. Kind of the joke is a lot of military people are joking about it. Or I'm not going to fight for the bankers or whatever. Well, the point is this. Well, when your belly's full, you have a lot of ideals and you have a lot of things you say you're going to do. But trust me, if your mom, if your kids are hungry, there's a lot of things. You become quite malleable, okay, very quickly and very easily. So I hate to say it. It may not even be that they're trying to, directly create famine scenarios, but they may create scenarios where food isn't as easy to come by, and or it's extraordinarily expensive, and you see what's happening with the job market, correct? So the government, who prints the fucking money, can just say, sign up for this tour. Yeah, we might go kill some people, but I'm going to pay you a check. And not only that, I'm going to give it to you, half of it in the front end. And you can give that money, to your mama, to your baby mama, to your kids, and be like, they're going to eat for 6 months. You know what? I think I'm going to sign up for this thing. Do you see where I'm going with this? So a lot of people say that, well, where are they going to get all this army from? You know, somebody was saying you're going to need 4 million people just to hold Iran. Hey, man, we got the people. They just don't have the hook right. They don't eat the hook yet. They don't have the right carrot yet. They just don't have the right fish on the hook. Okay? But all of a sudden, you know, there's plenty of boys. There's plenty of guys between Europe and America. But they're not going to just go rush off to Persia or whatever, or China, or who knows what they want to do next, right? And I'm going to tell you the reason why they have to go after Russia and China as well. And I want this video to be short, but I'll tell you. So they're going to create scenarios where people will be more easily want to join up. Okay? Even though it doesn't seem likely now, you don't know how they're going to make life for us 4 years from now or a couple years from now, or whatever it is. All right? And the reason they would want to this war is because for them to have one system, they can't have anywhere else for you to go with your money. Okay? They can't have another system out there. Okay? When people talk about global domination, they don't mean like I run the globe. All you have to do is control the money for the globe, and you control the globe. Does that make sense? Like, a lot of people think, like, how can you take over the world? It's really not that hard, man. Look, what countries weren't on the system? The Rothschild system, Iraq, Iran, Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Russia, China. Do you see a pattern forming here? Okay? And where we are now is kind of like iffy, but if they're going to advance Russia, China, you know, maybe they join the system. All right? Maybe Russia joins it. Maybe China joins it. All right? Fine. If they're not, they're got to do it by force because they can't have somewhere for you to go. They don't want look, they just got rid of the whole Dubai thing. Cuba. Venezuela is going to be on the system now, right? You see the deal they made? See how quick that wrapped up? They made Maduro an offer he couldn't refuse, I'm sure, right? And he's like, okay. And they want to do that to everybody. And then that's how you control the world. All right, you control everyone's money. All right, I can turn off your money because it's going to be digital. And where are you going to go? Oh, there's no Dubai anymore. Oh, you can't go to China. Oh, you can't go to Russia. You can't go to Cuba. They're all in the same system. That's how you rule the world. You just control the money. All right. Marines are typically used for established beachhead or some occupation. Don't be fooled. For some type of occupation. Marines are typically used for established. Well, look, man, they sent them in first. They're toughest bunch. And I don't know what their plan is. Lemuria is where the elites are moving to. All right. I'm going to clear the air. This cat hadn't been fed in 30 minutes. It doesn't have its mom around it. There's a little kitten to clear the air. We'll look at some charts. Powdered milk? What is that? Why can't you just give it like some regular milk? A little monster, a little demon. He's a hungry little bastard. All right, everybody smash the like button. I'm going to look at some charts, too. So, yeah. Now, one thing you got to know about all this madness is that, I know it sounds crazy, but I think that markets can go up through it all right? Because it's another way to, distract everybody. And I don't think they're ready to rug pull the economy. Even if we get some, some drawdowns here, I just don't think it's time to rug it, right? They got a lot more to pull out of it. So there's upside coming. All right. All right. All right. That's a lot of cuteness, man. That's a lot of cute. Oh, we got more cuteness. Johnny and Maddie are, I don't know what they're up to. I just saw this randomly on Twitter. Pulse Chain. Who's bullish on Pulse Chain out there, pups? The crypto dream is still alive on Pulse Chain. I hope this is not a famous song. Pulse Chain Live. What's going on? The PR team. Guys, we got this under control.
How to be a homosexual and make sure they all teach about the transgender. So that is what important to me. And make sure all the school teaching the children how to be a homosexual and make sure they all teach about the transgender. So that is what important to me.
This is fucking. We've never had a world war with Twitter and TikTok and memes. It's gonna be horrible. God. Who is in Vietnam? Oh shit! Breaking news: Vietnam Airlines officially announces temporary suspension of domestic flights due to aircraft fuel shortages. All right, look, I mean, I have to assume this is going to spread. How is it just one airport? So, maybe this travel. You know what I told you guys before? I was like,
that's insane.
I had so many people that came to Wolf's Travel Pub, and he has had a lot of questions. I've lived around the world. There's a lot of other expats, obviously, in crypto, living around the world and on Pulse Chain. And people were like, yeah, I'm going to wait for the bull market to travel and blah, blah, blah. And I said clearly multiple times, I said, do not wait for a bull market to travel. If you have plans to leave or move, you need to do that now. Because I don't know what they're going to do, but they're going to make it extraordinarily difficult later to move. And here we are, 2026 summer, and airlines are grounding flights because there's no fuel. So I wasn't kidding. So if you have plans to leave or do something or relocate, you better move. All right. You don't have time. You don't have time. All right. We don't know what they got planned. All right. What is going on? What's this girl talking about?
You continue to do the research. The XRP army is fake, and I knew that there was something suspicious about them, but I have proof now that they're essentially like an industry-wide psyop, probably by the government. I had a bunch of viral posts where I was kind of like satirically clowning XRP, but the XRP army didn't really quite clue into that. Let's run it back. So I buy 1.7 million XRP, and it's worth $4,000, bro. XRP is $1.40, so the math here doesn't math. An army member should know the price of your coin. I refuse to believe that people are this retarded. So really, the XRP army thing being completely fake is not even the worst part, because this goes deeper. If you continue to do the research, it's very obvious that XRP is a government psyop.
Wow. What the fuck did I just watch? South Korea begins fuel rationing, and we talked about the driving bans. People can only drive 1 day per week and will be enforced with license plate readers. Oh, for real? Okay, interesting. That kind of sucks. China makes boneless sofas. Might be alarming for IKEA. I'm sure those are comfortable. Does anyone feel what I've been feeling for so long? Double die? What is it?
All right, guys. I don't know if anybody's really brought this up other than me, but I've been saying for about a year, at least.
Okay. Oh shit, where's this? This is in India. Oh shit, no fuel. Oh, is this for real or is this AI? Holy shit. Oh, this is crazy. Oh damn. I think life was nightmarish already. Club Hermuz.
We are closed. Go away. I have a reservation. Private club, go away. We are closed.
All right. You're traveling Ashland with your bicycle. Oh, what a disaster. Look at the 10-year yo. Wharf Daddy, what's going on with the 10-year? Just tell me. There's a ton you can do. There's also comprehensive documenting. Okay, more soda stuff.
1999. The day Yugoslavia was annihilated, and it was covered on live TV.
Jesus.
The only one that likes to keep it going is the fake news. I mean, the New York Times, you read the New York Times, it's like we're not winning a war where they have no Navy and they have no Air Force and they have no nothing. And we literally have planes flying over Tehran and other parts of their country. They can't do a thing about it. For instance, if I want to take down that power plant, that very big, powerful power plant, they can't do a thing about it. It's
A lot of soda stuff.
Just a good old boy.
Biggest supply disruption the world's ever seen. I'm going to even quote Fatih Birol, who said, he's the head of the IEA, who said this is the biggest disruption of both 73 and 79 combined. So he himself says this thing's really big. You can't.
Okay, so what I don't like is that the news, like talking about it like in the way they are, right? Like it makes me think now's the time to short oil, not long it, right? Like I do think we could have a major giga actual pump going on. We'll go look at that in a second. I don't know what's going on there. You realize everyone building the leading AI narrative is like 40 plus, right? Why do you think that is, Alex Becker? It's kind of sad. People over 30 are so cooked. Adi Singh, the 24 to 29-year-old engineer, will soon become the most valuable asset in technology. Pre-AI principles plus post-AI speed is an undefeated combo. It's kind of sad, but people over 30 are so cooked. I don't know, man. Huh.
And within just 3 days, grocery shelves.
People are connecting the dots. Yeah. Russia did not announce. Iraq announces it's entered the war against the United States and Israel. Well, what does Iraq have? Sorry, they've been destroyed. You should always get 2 cats. I'm not room for that right now.
A huge mistake, and we miss this energy also because it was produced by affordable prices.
Yeah, so most of Europe destroyed their nuclear power plants like retards.
So the only way to secure supply is gas. The phase out of
the phase out. China has showcased a video of its latest naval warships and declared full support for Iran. Is this true? Australia, India, Germany, France, Philippines, Pakistan, South Korea. Several countries are facing massive fuel shortages. Okay.
Competing. You see, on average,
days. Remember, to affect the U.S. economy, you need oil. I'm talking about recession talk or hurting the economy or damaging small business. You need oil at above $93 for 3 months. We're only 1/3 into it. So everybody chillax and let this thing play out. There's a really big opportunity here, a huge one. And everybody gets the upside, including all our trading partners. We work this out. We're selling stuff to Saudi Arabia. We're selling it to the UAE. We're selling it to Asia. We're selling it to Japan. This is a huge opportunity. I just see it for what it is. It's history being made.
All right, Kevin, appreciate you being here. There's a lot to watch there, and the markets obviously are super sensitive to any bits of news we get.
I think that
she also claims you.
What? The squirrels they eat vape cartridges because they smell like fruit. God, fucking squirrels are getting fucked up.
To manage the current fuel shortage. Firstly, all non-essential driving is now banned. This includes late-night Macca's runs.
Yeah, Mr.
cruising
Wonderful
with
could
your
be right.
girlfriend. We cannot afford
He could be right
to
eventually.
be wasting fuel. All Australians must remain within their 5-kilometre radius, and we strongly recommend.
Like, here's the thing. I think we're going to go up, and I think there's going to be a lot of upside coming for sure. But you don't know when that is, right? Like, Mr. Wonderful's right, but when is he going to be right? Is it this week, or is it in August, or is it, you know what I mean? And that kind of matters for you, right? Because if you think about it, and like the way, just think about like you're a person. It's not even people on Pulse Chain. You're just like a guy, and you're like, you have some money, and you have like 50 grand, and you want to invest in Pulse Chain or something, but you don't know how long this is going to go on for, or whatever it was, right? Well, if you invest now, and the shit goes on for a while, and you need money now to pay for stuff that you didn't foresee, well, now your money's stuck in the market, right? So it is important to kind of have some idea, or try to, for yourself, evaluate a time and then DCA according to that. Because if you park your capital in investments and then you need it because, whatever it is. Now, the lockdown may not affect us like in the census energy lockdown the way we might think it does, right? Like some things may be expensive. Some things may actually go into deflation and get really cheap suddenly, right? If you're not driving as much, a lot of people will be at home. I think that's another reason I think altcoins and crypto will go up too. People, once again, will be at home at their computer. They'll have a little extra money because now they're not even spending, what they were, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And shit can really go
That's
nuts.
insane.
But when, right?
You cannot tell me that there are people out there that will actually buy stuff, remove it from the market, and they don't check the prices all the time, and they don't even. You mean they buy stuff and they don't even plan to sell it for years, so they don't really care what's going on? Dude, that's unheard of. I have no idea. I have no idea who in their right mind would buy stuff and not check the price every 5 minutes. How can you not feel bad? Come on.
Wolf, do you think this fuel crisis was planned and it's the type of event that starts a money printer? It's 100% planned. 100% planned. 100%. Totally part of the plan. All right. That's why we got to stay locked in on the markets, okay? Because the shit is going to pump. Why? Because they're going to keep printing money. That's it. All right. Bitcoin's at 70,255. Okay. Now, gold has broken a really important line of support I had, but we could absolutely be just doing it's like a perfect ABC, and then now we could track sideways until we either come up and double top or we make another big run, which I definitely think gold will do eventually. I doubt this is the end of gold repricing, but certainly going to come down now. But if you look at the SPX, okay, so I think we're definitely going to come down to something here. It's going to be the top of this. There's a lot of support down here at 52, 55, 5,000. Obviously, you can also double tap down here at 48 on there, depending on how nutty things get, right? Like you could absolutely come all the way down here before we just like launch to the upside. So, we can hit this range. I think there's a ton of support there, and then we could come and hit any of these. But I think what could happen in the meantime Why? Actually, let me just leave this. I'm just going to lighten this for now. I think we got a nice little bounce here. I mean, I think we could have, like, I kind of drew it here. Probably to there. Yeah, I guess what I drew is probably right. We could have like a nice juicy rally. But it'd probably go wider than that. Maybe to, yeah, that'd be sell in May. If we do something like this. And we could have an ETH or alt season in this range if things are going to turn up and rally. But I still foresee this as wanting to come down. And this would just be like the buying event of the century, whatever we get. I don't know where this would come all the way down to. Maybe this is being too bullish and confident. I don't know yet. But I do feel like a big juicy rally could be right around the corner. Go look at... yeah, because see Meta, which is a huge player and everything going on, right? It's kind of hit this support right here, okay? And it just makes sense that this would be where we bounce. Could be interesting in video. What's going on here? Yeah. Yeah, we'll probably have a rally of some kind here. But a lot of these are pointing down. Look at gold, ETH. Let me just put a random line here that I didn't put before. Let's just do this. What happens if I do this? Ooh, that's kind of an interesting line. Dixie's getting a bit of a smackdown. Still holding up. Still holding up, though. Yeah, okay. So, as far as Bitcoin goes, I think we're okay right now in this range. I do think we could definitely rally out of here. And you know, we could have some kind of pump to the 80s. Be a pretty big fake out. Look, soon this is going to have to decide, yeah, if we're going to come up and pump and hit that, or if we're going to come down. It's almost too predictable to just come straight down from here. I'll be totally honest to you guys. But it makes more sense to me that if we come out of here and we have some rally to like hit the bottom of these wicks around 80 or more, and then the market would probably start to feel, there's some point here where the market's going to start to feel overly bullish again. Psychologically, here's what I was thinking about. I was like going for a walk. I was like, the market has to get bullish again. And so maybe if we start getting a juicy rally and we get really bullish again, okay, people would commit capital back into the market, liquidity, okay? And that's when we get a smackdown, a really strong smackdown. And I think that's when we could hit that 39, 40K target I talked about as a possibility, okay? If we break this number, 59, 60K, which is the wick down here, okay? If we break that, I really think we're going to hit like 39, 40K, okay? And that was really just because I think I connected a couple of the cycles together with a line. Okay, that's all I did. I think how did I get that number? Yeah, I think I came here, here, here. Yeah, I did that, okay? That's all I did. It's super simple. And that's when I thought that would be absolutely the buying event of the moment. And then nobody would buy here because they would be fake, psychologically traumatized from this. You need a situation where, like a fake out, where everybody gets bullish, but it's not right. Does that make sense to you? Because the real move happens when everyone's actually apathetic and broken. Does that make sense? It's kind of like Pulse Chain could do that, because definitely like everyone's already apathetic and broken, but we're still waiting on macro, right, to line up for us. But psychologically, it has to be a situation where it's like full depression. And if the market gets really bullish and everyone's like, yep, this is it, we're going up again, it's got to be the situation where it was like in 2022. Because I remember that, man. I remember buying January 2nd of 2023, and everybody was so bearish. Everyone was depressed. Crypto was destroyed. It was never coming back, right? And that's when the rally started, January 2nd, 2023. Or it actually started like January 4th or 5th, okay? I remember I bought it, and like a couple days later, like serious rally began. No, rally kind of was already starting on the 1st, 2nd. Yeah, it was right there. But do you remember like the month before it, how just awful everyone felt? Do you remember December of 2022? Do you guys remember that? Like, you need that. Are we there yet? I don't know. I think people still have emotion. Like, it's almost like you have to get to that apathetic place. Like the way we are with Pulse Chain, people have to get that way about Bitcoin. And that's the bottom. That's the bottom. Okay? Whatever that is. So maybe you get the one now that like gets everyone thinking, oh, nice, it's going to happen. And it doesn't. And then that'll be the one you want to buy, where it's just like, you know, what's a great investment in those times? What's a great investment in those times? Well, that'll be the thing, right? I think that altcoins, because they're so oversold, I think there's great opportunities there. Maybe ETH will be that it's time to finally shine. Bitcoin will run nice too, but the big gains I think will be Ethereum, and then obviously altcoins. I think Pulse Chain, that will be the cue to go. XRP, I think, is going to do great. I think Solana, you know, those big dogs. But the biggest gains, but the higher risk, obviously, is Pulse Chain, right? There may be some other things that pop up we don't even know about yet, right? Let's go over here to Pulse. Pulse looks fine. It's just, it's not fine, but you know what I mean. It's just down here. It's just down here. It's hanging out. We still got a kind of a double bottom situation here where it's holding up. Not looking great. Okay. I mean, it's affected by macro, of course, right? Let's see. You still got, you know, some bullish divergence there. Go to the weekly and see how that's changed. Yeah, it's nice. You know, people are buying the dip. It could be a bottom. This could hold down here. Doesn't look great right now, but it could hold. I think maybe it just really depends on macro, I suppose. You still got this nice weekly cross here on the MACD turning into green. Not super strong, but I mean, that's to be expected with the amount of fear in the market right now. Okay. But you know, RSI wise on the weekly, I like this. You know, it's still okay. I think people are just ready to go. And yeah, monthly is a little bit different, isn't it? People are ready to go, and it would be nice to see this run, but obviously I doubt Richie would run into this unless we get really strong bullish cues suddenly, right? Because even if the SPX and Bitcoin does this bounce I'm talking about, like we go up here, a lot of people are going to call it like a dead cat bounce, or like, it's just on its way down. It's another big rally to get into. Same with, obviously, Dow Jones Industrial too. I mean, these could, you could have a nice big rally here, but they could fail. They could come down here and go a little lower before they recover and move up. And the market's going to know that, at least smart traders, so they'll hop in and be ready to hop out. Okay. I hope we run here. It'd be great. But at the same time, we haven't had have we had full cathartic depression yet, where people are just sullen, nothing's there? I don't know. I think we're tied to macro right now. There's not much to say. It does look good. People are excited about it. I like the RSI. People are thinking this is it. We got to go. And you can see it in the chart. There's definitely bullish divergence. It's nice. But it can turn on a dime. I think we need to see life come into Ethereum and Bitcoin, or the sentiment start to move again. And then maybe that would turn it very quickly here. It's still holding up. Still in the uptrend on Inc. here. Is there anything you think would be great buy when the national draft kicks in for Western countries? I think that people are going to become gamblers, so altcoins. As Richie did, a lot of whinging on spaces. Oh, let's go look at the spaces. There's spaces going on? There's whinging? I don't want to see whinging. Well, literally, we're in World War III. I don't want to hear people complaining. More complaining. I hate even just looking at the news, any of the news. Dollar cost crypto. 8-hour mega stream. Dude, we're doing the numbers. We're doing numbers here. This is good. Oh, it just started. All right.
Your life.
Dollar. It's not going on yet. Let's see what's going on over here. Let's see what the boys are up to.
And then I start clipping it. I don't know, man. That's fucking cooked.
Is that Somi? Oh, that's Somi.
Alright, boys, we're fully back now, bro. 1.1% on an hour. GG's.
Let's fucking go. Oh, shit, we're actually pumping.
Boys, take profits. Just remember, on these pumps, you have to take profits.
Yeah, de-risk. Manage risk.
Go into oil.
Little bit of copper. KR's been studying markets, everyone.
What?
That's how you know we're cooked now.
Yeah, I've been studying the monetary.
Oh, what else? National draft. Yeah, I think soon a C point.
The whole fucking. I'm trying to figure out when we pump, and I'll be dead.
So what did you see there about copper?
No, basically with the copper versus gold ratio, innit? So when gold rate
maybe drug companies
gold is going up versus copper, it means that people are going more into safe haven.
Military companies.
Yeah, and then when people go, they don't go into copper, but when you see copper,
make her my wife,
outperforming gold, that's when the economy is in a better state, and people are more on risk on assets like stocks, commodities, and blah blah blah.
Nice.
That's basically it.
Are we there now?
No, bro. I'll be dead honest.
No.
I was looking at it all today, and I was, I had my big thinking cap on. And I'll try to play every angle possible. And we are absolutely
It looks
fucked.
like a buy, basically.
No, we're fucked. We're fucked, bro.
Copper's shafted, right? So basically no one's in risk on. But I think, I do think gold is definitely topped. I think you bounce to 48, and then it rolls over and comes all the way down.
The thing is,
34.
right? Yay! Gold could be topped, and that ratio still keeps going up.
If copper gets wrecked, then yeah, for sure.
What's up, Boss Demon? How are you?
Copper would have to get shafted for that.
Shaft.
Look, you know what?
Who's
one of the best investments is going to be is AI. Okay.
Yeah, man. So Almighty get there. He is.
Drone
What the fuck?
manufacturers,
The devil?
AI,
That's weird.
medical.
Shit, that was weird, bro. I was just chilling.
Yeah.
Somebody spoke.
Construction.
Tell Crumpet what you done.
my grandma printed me out a 5-page like wiki document or whatever. I don't even know what. I didn't even read it. I threw it in the garbage. And it, because I opened it up and
Threw
it
it in the
said
garbage.
Jamie Dimon said gold, or somebody said gold to go to $10,000 an ounce by 2030, which, you know, it probably could happen. But in my head, I'm just like, no way my grandma is giving me financial advice right now. If this was a meme coin, it would be like the top is in. You know what I mean? So top is in for gold for sure, bro. My grandma wants to buy it.
Yeah.
Hey, my girl's grandparents also asked me the same question. They were like, should we buy oil, silver, or gold? And I just looked at them like,
Yep.
damn, bro, Bitcoin.
So gold is in for
They
now,
don't wanna hear
right?
that
So it'll
shit.
come down,
They don't wanna hear that
consolidate,
shit, right? So I'm like,
and then go up eventually when at another
Which of
time.
these things which
Not
are popping out a little bit?
yeah, right. Which of these things that I've heard in the news every day for the past year? God.
That's unreal. The 5-page
like,
doc
longer.
though. Fuck yeah, respect.
This will be wider.
Printed you it as well. That's sick.
Grandma's a fucking analyst, bro. Get her on the payroll.
Grandma don't know nothing, bro. And I literally looked. I just wanted to call her and be like, "What are you doing?" Like,
Bro, you know when gold crashes and shit, and like you go around at Christmas and she's all quiet because it's like a hexagon that just doesn't want to like mention it. It's like, fuck, I hope Ellie doesn't bring up that gold shit.
you won't even remember, bro. You won't even remember. I would have bought the shop with $1 million and then just been down 40%.
Yeah, Grandma, what the fuck?
So if you want to get gold,
But your printout told me to buy
you
gold.
want to wait.
Jamie Dimon told me.
Why is my gold down in half? Oh dear.
Let's see what I did before.
Yeah, bro. I mean, if a chart says macro top, wow, like we'd have to seriously black swan for gold to break 5-6.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And look, don't put it out of the possibility. Like we could get a
We
black
just need to
swan.
bomb
Black
the
swan.
GCC one more time. Just bomb them one more time. One more time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, gold would come all the way back
I've
to
seen
that
some
breakout.
good stuff in
possibly,
that
right?
video I sent in the chat. You should definitely watch it if you've
But-
saw that vid.
Send a few more ballistics.
Yeah, I mean, let's not rule out surprises.
What, the shrimp?
You know, they said black swan. No one knows that they could come,
What
but
video?
Giga was doing the voice.
we could get one.
Without his voice changer.
We might get a bunch in a
He
row.
sounds
Who knows
exactly
what they do
like
with
that
us.
shrimp in Shark Tale.
Yeah, that shrimp is a fucking G.
I don't really think I'm
that shrimp.
It was bang on as well.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, everyone. You know what I mean?
I
You can hear it, can't you?
I turned
I
off
can.
my voice changer and come out who I really am.
See? Bro, it's that shrimp or Shark Tale, I'm telling you.
I don't even know who you're talking about, bro. I'm too old to be watching Shark Tale. I don't know what the fuck.
There's no, you're my
Shark Tale, bro. You need to go watch it right now.
Nah, dude.
So
There's
like
no
Finding
way
Nemo,
you've
right?
not seen Shark Tale. You kidding me, bro?
Bro, no
two
way.
Jamaican guys.
Never watched
No way
Shark
you ain't
Tale,
seen
bro?
Shark Tale.
What the fuck?
All right, let me look it up because my wife did me like I'm crazy.
It's got Will Smith is the
Yeah.
fucking main fish, bro. Oscar.
Angie.
Every little thing.
Oscar the Shark Slayer. That's what people be saying.
Bro, you knew why that
Bro,
was
when
a
you
lie,
were
bro.
watching that, I was watching Jaws. Yeah?
Bro.
Yes, HB, yes. In my sticker pack, bro. It's literally there, bro. Yo, bro, I forgot this fucking sticker exists, man.
The fact that KR is doing macro market analysis is like, it lets you know that Pulse-Chain was the biggest failed social experiment ever.
You know, we always joke about like bottom signals and shit, but like I really hope it is one. You know?
What? I mean, bro, you could.
Like, that would
You've
be
been
so
saying
nice.
this for like
Just a
4
juicy
weeks.
fucking
bro.
bounce, bro.
What
Give me a
bar?
2x. Give me a double off this bottom, bro. I've been buying.
Yeah, I've been monitoring the situation, bro.
Yeah, bro, we're fucked. Can't be dead honest.
But I'm also ready for it to cut in half though tomorrow. So
Trey,
also give me that.
Cutting off, bro.
Like,
It's gonna
come
get
on,
cut in 10 pieces, bro. It's gonna be like one piece where the guy gets sliced up, and
Bro,
he just all his
that's 90%
particles of his
down,
body are just flying around in the air, bro, and they're just going round and round in circles, bro. And there's just never gonna be an end to it. The turmoil has just started, boys.
You're gonna get sushi, we are.
Have you watched One Piece? Yeah, Kev?
I watched like one episode of that guy standing there, and he gets like by Zorro, he gets like sliced, and then all of a sudden his body's in the circus doing like rounds and rounds around the circus, like little bits of his body, bro. Yeah.
I got told to watch it, but it's too long, man.
Yeah.
I only watched the only anime I ever watched is Dragon Ball Z. You know.
I didn't watch the anime. It was the Netflix version I watched.
It's the sideways chop
okay.
that drives. It's the sideways chop that drives me mad, and we could get that for 3 months, so it sucks.
You guys ever
Like,
get this at
just
the Asian
either give me a
shop?
double so I can fucking, whatever. Or cut it in half. You know what I mean? Give me half or double. Quick time.
I'm in hex for 100x.
Who done a worse trade?
I'm not selling a dime until I make
From the Asian
a
store.
million.
Who done a worse
I
trade?
almost sold. Sorry, go on.
Oh, go on, no, go on.
I was gonna say I almost sold all of my pole chain assets and bridged out the other day when I saw a video of some like 70-year-old Hexagon putting tablets on people's car windows in a shopping mall car park. I literally I had my finger over the button. I'm like, this is it. Like, this is what we've got. This is our marketing.
This is it.
Sure, it wasn't like naughty.
I respect that
He
guy,
just
man.
grayed out a lot.
Like, just to be clear though, respect to that dude, but like, yeah, if that's all we got, then fuck.
Hey, that's Ellie. That's gonna be Ellie next week.
I mean, they do say like 1 year in crypto is like 10 years. It's been 5 years. These cats are waiting for X to go back up. So could be like Maddie.
You know that old pic of the kid before the war, and then it's like after the war, and he's.
Let's see. Live music. Right? This one's jumping. What's going on here? What are these guys talking about?
Four lowest emitting countries on Earth. 2 weeks of war produced more greenhouse gas than dozens of nations generate in a full year. The single largest contributor wasn't jet fuel or naval operations, it was building destruction. The Iranian Red Crescent Society estimates that 20,000 residential and commercial units have been damaged or destroyed in the conflict, including dozens of medical facilities and schools. The carbon embedded in those destroyed structures, the concrete, steel, glass, and materials that went into building them, is released when they're demolished. That alone accounted for approximately 2.5 million tons of emissions, the equivalent of 1.1 million.
All right, this could go on forever. Guys, let's you guys should subscribe to this Twitter, St. Wolf Vision. Subscribe to the channel. Mr. St. Wolf on Instagram. So happy you left the space. I can feel my test levels. Mr. St. Wolf on Instagram. Go over there, man. Especially if you guys have questions. We've got Wolf's Pub. What's at the top here? Passport Pub. If you have questions about, you want to talk about traveling and get into it. If you have questions about relocating. But I do recommend, if you're going to move around, man, just do it. This could blow over and we could have a rally, but I don't think it's over, right? Why? Because we know their target. It's 15-minute cities, Agenda 2030. Understand. So even if we're going to get a nice, big, juicy rally here coming up, or we have a nice Alcon season, fine, great. But remember, everything could be cut short, and then they run again. Everything could be in like a weird pattern right now. And so you need to take it seriously, especially if you don't want to get caught up in a situation where at one point you can't move your family or the people you care about. You need to kind of take charge of it now, okay? There's a lot of places you can go to, a lot of parts of the world that still may be modern, nice, Western, but not be as nutty as wherever you are, all right? So, yeah, that's what I got to say about that, okay? Just move. If you're in some nutty place because they're not done. It's Agenda 2030. Okay, they're just ramping it. They're ramping this up. Okay, cycles are going to continue. We're going to get bull runs, but your ability to move around and relocate may diminish quickly. Okay, we're only a few years from 2030, and after a zombie apocalypse, I would take it seriously. They are blowing up refineries. They're sabotaging them left and right. It's happening. So don't put your head in the sand. And why I think also we're going to have these juicy rallies and the market will still go up because they need a distraction. They need people to also have that malaise of like, well, it's fine. I made some money. But what's really important is you're safe too, right? You're in a place where you don't have to deal with it. Part of being rich is where you don't have to deal with fucking bullshit, right? You can live where you want to live and do it. So do it. You know, I don't know. Somebody wrote, I think Wuji was like, hey, he's moving to El Salvador, right? It's like something. I think El Salvador, what's going on is great. I just think it's probably in the fucking crosshairs of the fucking, you know, baby eaters. Okay. Not to rain on that parade, but, you know, I don't know. But come into one of the spaces if you want to talk about it. Wolf Travel Pub, Passport Pub, or you can come to the main group, Same Wolf Vision, man. There's a lot of smart people over there and a lot of expats and stuff. So give you good direction on where you can go, what you can do, and how to do it. All right. I'm going to start a TA stream. We're going to go into all the altcoins. I know we got a lot of questions about altcoins, what's going on with them, and we're going to jump in there. And once again, they're very low liquidity, low market caps. They're going to move easily, so we made the group smaller. So if you want to be part of it, just click join down below. It's like the cost of a fucking pint of beer. It's very simple. We just click it, join. You get to jump in all those videos, and then I'll also send you a link to the Telegram. We got a private Telegram as well for that group. So anyway, guys, I'll see you guys on Thursday, and I'll see you guys in the TA thing. Give me like 10 minutes, okay? We'll kick it up. Same channel, same place. See you soon.